Om Shanti. Good evening, everyone. With the blessings of our Supreme Father, Supreme Teacher, the Supreme Counselor, beloved Shri Baba, we'll start today's demo counseling webinar. The topic is hypertension. Today's counselor is Sister Tulika Didi, and the co-participants is Brother Vinayak Verma. I welcome both of you, and I request viewers and friends, please give your valuable feedback in our WhatsApp number. And if you have any problem, you can send your details through our website, spiritualseva.co.in. I request Sister Tulika Didi, please give a short introduction about your session. And Didi, please, you can start your session. Over to you. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Sister Moshami. Today's demo counseling session is on HDL. Now, that is hypertension or high blood pressure. Now, this is a condition when blood vessels have persistently raised pressure that is equal to or more than 140 by 90 millimeter mercury. This condition increases the risk of heart, brain, kidney, and other diseases. An estimated 1.28 billion adults between the age group 30 to 79 have hypertension. It is a major cause of premature death worldwide. One of the global targets for non-communicable disease is to reduce the prevalence of hypertension by 33% within 2030. In today's demo counseling session, we shall understand how we can keep our BP under control with proper diet, exercise, and meditation. So with the blessings of our beloved teacher, Supreme Counselor, Supreme Father, Parampita Paramatma, we shall start today's session. Good evening, brother.
Yeah, good evening, ma'am.
How can I help you today?
Ma'am, I am Ajay. I spoke to you on phone with respect to, I shared you some problem of mine. So I thought, yes. Actually, Vikas told me about you. So he was very much, advising me to meet you because, it's a very recurrent thing which has come into my life. So I'm Ajay and I'm 43 years of age. And I'm looking forward to, I'll just tell some basics about myself. So it's actually, I went through a process of divorce long time back. So this was 2013. Then, time passed by and, it's like I again got remarried 2 years back, approximately 1.5 years back. Now, the thing which is concerning me as of now is, in my last marriage, one of the reasons for my divorce was over interference of, wife's parents into our personal life. So all, on every, small matters, big matters you can understand, but on small issues, if parents over interfere, that, it's like, then your life takes a toll. And so it's like, okay, actually, my, mother expired when I was quite young. So I was just 5 years old. So, and I had no siblings, so I was alone, and we are well off in terms of the finances. So, it was like, my ex-wife, they were basically two sisters. So her parents thought that, if we can come down and stay over here. And so, I mean, that was okay, but, they wanted my, old father to go to some other place. That was not acceptable to me by any standards. So, and as a, like, as a person, it's like, I tried my best to really, take care of my wife in terms of all fulfilling of all her needs and wants and desires. And all thanks to God that I was able to do that because I was working at a very good profile, good salary, everything is was good actually. But
What is
it's
the
like
present problem now, brother?
yeah. So it's like present problem. If I talk about my current wife, I'm facing the similar issues in terms of like wife's parents.
No,
My
I'm
current
asking in terms of health, brother.
my health. Health is basically I have BP problem. So my systolic range is quite high, and also it's like and it's on and off actually. So I used to take some BP medications. My weight is as per the BMI weight is more. So it actually creates a lot of headache in me and sometimes drowsiness and it's like fatigue. I'm feeling not very great about it. And there are reasons to it. I'm basically, it's like, I'm very happy kind of a person. I'm quite gel with people, But, this problems at home, which is recurring, so it actually creates a lot of havoc. And then I tend to think it over much and I feel bad and BP shoots. And it's on and off. It's like every 10, 15 days it happens.
Where are you working at present?
Yes, ma'am. So I'm working with the IT, with one of the leading IT firms of India. So I'm working at a very senior profile,
What is the
and it's a
nature of
wonderful
your
job.
job?
So basically, it's like we have to prepare some. So it's like the team. What we do is we prepare softwares for different clients. So I have to manage the team, and it's basically you just have to go to office and just manage the team. Sometimes if the need be, if the client is wanting that I have to go, otherwise the team manager. So I have to just manage the team. So it's around about 450 people under me directly, and then there are further teams. This is what it is.
So when do you leave home?
Somewhere around about 9:30.
Okay,
9:30 between 9:15 9:30.
and when do you return?
Um, I'm in corporate life. There's no time for returning, but tentatively between 7 and 9, you can say.
Then, tell me something about your childhood, your parents, and
My childhood was excellent. All thanks to the God and all thanks. So it was good fun. I was quite studious. I was among the toppers in my school and college, and so I did a lot of studies. And my in terms of playing around, so I was, it's like whatever I did the best. I tried my best, and I'm happy with my childhood.
okay. Then what do your friends say about your nature?
They say cheerful, happy, helpful, selfless, and always at their side. In terms of anything, so if any support is required, I'm always ready for it. Because I feel you have nothing to lose when you do some good. It's good actually. At least God has given you that so much strength that you can do something good. So I think why not to do it? This is what I think.
Do you have family history of hypertension?
My father has BP.
Okay. See, brother, actually, one of the reasons of hypertension is the top thickness of blood that does not pass through the small capillaries. Understood? So the heart exerts pressure to push the thick blood. Now, high BP increases the risk of heart, brain, kidney, and other diseases. So you must monitor your BP periodically, okay? And don't stop medicines without consulting your physician. May I know your diet? What type of food do you take?
So it's like I'm a strict vegetarian. So it's like in the morning, breakfast is quite light. So I normally take because of my overweight. I had overweight. So previously I was 84. So that BMI goes for a toss. So I went and met a dietitian as well. So my diet is fine. I don't take alcohol or I don't take any. I'm a non-smoker. I don't smoke. I just love to eat, home cooked food. But yes, sometimes since at such a profile, you need to have to go to parties. Otherwise, simple diet.
You take fruits?
Yes.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Brothers, if you drink enough water, no tea, no coffee, no juice, only plain water. Understand? If you take fruits and raw vegetables as much as possible, together with omega-3 fatty acids, take less salt, no sugar, no fried food, then your blood pressure will become normal within a week.
Oh.
Understand?
So I take a lot of coffee. I think
You ought to avoid coffee. Okay,
sure,
brother?
sure.
Okay, see, but good food alone is not enough. No, we must take the right quantity at the right time. So you said you leave home at 9:30 a.m. You return between 7 to 9 p.m. Then when do you take breakfast, lunch, and dinner, brother?
So like I'm rushing for my breakfast, or sometime munching in the car, or sometime I because you understand the time is less. So it's like see, I need some minimum 6 to 7 hours of sleep, and I want to give time to my family because I restarted my life. So in terms of returning, maximum is 9. Uh, Sometimes, very rarely, it becomes 10:30, 11 when we get some parties. Otherwise, maximum is 9. And so out of 30 days, I think 7 o'clock I come by 10 days or 7. Otherwise, it's between 8ish, 9.
And when do you take lunch?
Uh, so lunch is very erratic, between 1 to 4. So very
One to
erratic.
four.
Yeah, because
And
as per it's like when you are into a meeting, when you are conducting a meeting, and either ways, I mean, you cannot just munch in and do the meeting. So it's actually some.
do you carry food or do you
Yes,
take
ma'am.
outside?
Yes, ma'am. I carry few. In between, sometimes, yes, I forgot to tell you. I think that's a problem. So we take samosas, pakodi, and stuff, in the evening. So I think that's.
Between 7 to 9 a.m., no, our stomach produces acid, which
Hmm.
helps in digestion,
Okay.
right? So actually, breakfast time is before 9. See, so when the stomach produces acid, you can't give food to the stomach, right? You give later on. So what happens? Food does not get digested properly. Similarly, lunchtime is 1 to 2 p.m. Okay. And dinner we must take by 7 p.m. See, so you see where we go wrong. You may take the correct food, but timings are not proper. Okay. See whether you can adjust. See, besides food, sleep is also very important for our health. And when do you go to sleep?
It's erratic again. Between, I think, I would say minimum is 11, and a maximum is. Sometimes I tend to watch movies in the night, so 1:30, 1 o'clock, 1:30 is the maximum. So
And when do you
that's
wake
erratic.
up then?
So between, again, 6:30 to somewhere around about 8:45. That's why
You
I'm
have to
rushing and
brush.
eating my breakfast in the car, or half breakfast in the mouth, and I'm then running to my office. So saying bye and munching and this is-
Our body produces a hormone that is melatonin. Okay. And this is responsible for sleep. And melatonin generates as daylight diminishes. You understand? And stops when there is daylight. So best time for sleep is between 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. So 6 hours is enough, isn't it? 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. You get 6 hours. You said you tried to sleep for 6 hours.
Yeah.
Now see, during sleep, our blood pressure decreases. And when we are in deep sleep, healing of the body takes place. Follow?
Okay.
Now see, at 4 a.m., the air is very pure and the environment is very quiet, calm, peaceful. So it is this time when happy hormones are generated within the body, right? And if you sit in silence for 15 minutes, what happens? And create positive thoughts, you find the whole day you feel happy. Okay. So positive thoughts means I am a peaceful being. I am a powerful being. I am a blissful being. Right? Create those thoughts and you see, feel and experience the peace within you. Follow? Emerge the peace. Similarly, experience the power and joy within you. Emerge them. See, this is Raj Yoga meditation. what happens when we wake up in the morning, the subconscious mind is active for 20 minutes. And every thought that you create in your mind within the first 20 minutes turns into reality. See, if you can practice this for 3 weeks continuously, brother, you form a habit of going to bed early and waking up at 4 a.m. See, there's a saying, early to bed, early to rise makes a man healthy, wealthy, and wise, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right? So see, after 3 weeks, you will form a habit of waking up, right? And you will begin to become peaceful, powerful, and joyful. Okay? See, because peace, power, and joy are within us. You don't have to get them from anywhere, not from any external source. Then the whole day you will remain happy. Follow?
Yeah.
See, brother, sleep is necessary. Again, food at the right time, in the right quantity is essential. Apart from that, see, physical inactivity, lack of exercise, and overweight or obesity also cause high BP. Follow? So we need to exercise. What happens when we exercise? Exercise burns calories. And at the same time, what happens? Endorphin, a hormone, is generated, which makes us feel good. See, if you exercise, what happens now? You feel happy, you feel good. So see, after meditation, you can take your bath and do some free hand exercises for half an hour, or you can do deep breathing exercise.
What is free hand exercise?
Pardon?
A free hand like that, like this? I mean, exercise?
Yes.
Okay.
Like, in school we used to do free hand exercises.
Yeah. At PT we used to do.
Yes, PT class, yes. Physical training class.
Okay.
So we remember that, no?
Yeah.
That is very important. See, so deep breathing exercise is very important. When you inhale peace and happiness. When you exhale your worries, stress, tension. See, 5 to 6 times you can do that. It won't take long. You can do pranayam. See, you will feel better. And how do you go to your workplace, brother?
I mean, by car.
By car. You drive?
No, I have a driver. So I just
sit back and relax. How long does it take?
Between, as per the traffic, between 35 to 45 minutes.
Then during holidays, you can take a walk in the morning, right? So see what happens when you take a walk. You must take after bath and after sunrise. That is very important. See, when the sun rises, plants take in carbon dioxide from the atmosphere to make carbohydrates and release oxygen to the atmosphere. See, so the oxygen content in the air increases. So never go for a walk before the sunrise. Okay. Now, what happens when we do physical work? Our body burns out calories. This means energy is consumed, isn't it? See, if input energy, what is input energy, brother? Energy that comes from food. Okay. And output energy is the energy that we burn out by exercise or physical exercise. Okay. You are not doing physical work, isn't it? You are not doing exercise. So what happens? Input energy becomes greater than output energy. So what happens? We gain weight. You said, no, your problem is you are not able to reduce your weight, isn't it?
Actually, one day I tried to for morning walk. So it was like, I hope you will not laugh, but, I was feeling, when people were running here and there, I just tried. So I think after 2 steps, it's like, I was like, because people say you are told, I have a big tummy. So my wife says that, are you pregnant? So she actually makes fun of me. So while I was just walking, so I was actually dragging myself. It was not walking, I was dragging. Just after, I think 4-5 minutes, it was quite bad. So,
then what happens even if you do meditation, even if you take the right diet at the right time, then also it will not help you. Understand?
Yeah.
So see, if input energy is less than output energy, we lose weight. No? So there must be a balance between energy input and energy output, right? Then we do not become overweight or develop obesity. Follow, brother?
Yeah.
So exercise is must for you. See, if you sleep by 10 p.m., if you wake up by 4 a.m., then you will have enough time for exercise. See, you can finish breakfast within 8:30 only, isn't it? You don't have to rush.
If I come early, I think 7:30, because I have to take bath also, because you need to freshen up.
See, after bath, you are doing exercise. This is important. After bath, you are taking, what shall I say, taking walk. This is very important. Okay, don't do exercise before your bath. See, 4 to 4:30, you finish your meditation, you take your bath.
I mean, 4 actually looks quite haywire. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'll try, but because when you were saying 10 o'clock, I have to go to sleep. So I was thinking, where will my movie go with my wife? So,
no, but see, before going to sleep, you mustn't watch movie. This is very important. Not before going to sleep. You have to adjust on holidays, something of that sort. Okay. If you want to be healthy, otherwise, it's no problem.
Yeah, I understand. Yeah.
Apart from good food, adequate sleep, proper exercise, poor stress management also causes high BP. This means emotional stress, unhappiness, anxiety, depression causes high BP. Follow? Yes, brother? See, I understand that you have gone through too much stress in your family life. And even at present, you are anxious, unhappy, isn't it? Why? Because you are creating negative thoughts in your mind that are disturbing you, that are troubling you, and making you unhappy. See, our state of mind has an effect on our body. If we are happy, our gastrointestinal system will work efficiently. Follow? Food gets digested properly, and we will get the energy to do work. Okay. Now, brother, see, you cannot change your family, can you?
No.
So
and I don't intend to, I mean, I love my wife like crazy. She is my life.
No, change your family means change your family's habit.
Okay. Habit, so I don't think so you can change for anyone. You can just change for yourself. Because if I tell her to change something, we again may get into you change this, I'll say you change this. So it's like it's a chain reaction with no end. So
no effect. Yes. Yeah. So see, you have only one option. That is, you stay with your family, stay in the same environment without being without being disturbed.
Yeah.
Right? Change yourself means without being disturbed. How? Yeah. How will you do that? So first, see, you have to put a full stop to the past. That is your first marriage. The past is past. Okay? Do not think of it anymore. You learn from your experience. See, what is done cannot be undone. Isn't it?
Correct.
So now concentrate on your present situation. See, the present that is now is said to be a present from God. That is gift from God. Another thing, see, marriages in India are between two families rather than two individuals. So after marriage, our family gets extended, family members increase, new relations form. You agree with me?
Right.
So see, being an Indian, just as your wife has a responsibility over your parents, you too also have responsibility over her parents, isn't it? Yes or no?
Right.
So we become successful in life when we have good wishes and blessings from our family, isn't it? So blessings from your in-laws are required for a successful marriage. So if you respect them, your wife will respect you. She will understand you. Understand?
Right.
So at present, is there any problem?
See, there is no problem as such, but I would say that, with respect to respect, so that is integral part of my body system. This I, learned from my dad that, and I think whatever I have today is all because of, the respect which I have given to my dad. And I understand that my wife as like what I did for my parents, I mean, she will also do the same. In terms of problem, there's no big problem as such, but my wife's parents, they have a very complicated family, in terms of like wife has brothers and sisters, they don't speak to each other, they don't, I mean, between parents and kids, it's not a very cohesive and coherent and very, it's like it should be a very understanding and nurturing relationship between all. So I have no concern about that. But when they discuss with my wife the issues at their home, what happens? Like I'll just give you a simple example. Like, one day we watched two movies at the stretch, and just after the movie, it's like my wife's mind was totally haywire. So what is happening that unknowingly, and I understand it's a chain reaction. So the problems at their home, which is for ages, it's not for one or two. It's been for few, I mean decades, I would say. When it comes to my wife, her minds get spoiled, and when her mind gets spoiled, directly indirectly, our relationship gets spoiled, because it's like it's an energy. If you think positive or you think negative or you think neutral, right? So when something new, negative comes with respect to small or big crisis at their home, so it affects her, and the next moment, even it has happened 4 5 times. So now I do not know. One day I was just watching one movie, and I was just praying to the God that after this movie we should sleep well. It actually happened, but it's this actually really hassles me off. And if the problems are just problems, it's like critical financial distress. So I've tried once I've tried for the help, but I think then I thought that the same thing is repeating, because ultimately in my previous marriage, the ulterior objective of the parent, my ex-wife was good, she was not bad, but that over interference and that money thing, I sometimes feel so sad that we humans, we created these green notes and we just got into it. And it's like, okay, I'll not get much into it, but so it's like I sometimes feel, what is their real objective and intention? You know, is it that only? So I sometimes, because I have gone through it, and I have been best to my ex-wife. Whatever I did, I try, for me, when she was there, she was my life. Now when this wife, the current, I mean, so it's like when so my current wife's name is Shruti. So it's like for me currently, my total focus of my work, my home is Shruti. So my life revolves around Shruti. And I understand when some problem is there at Shruti's home, I understand it will come to her. But she has to manage something. You cannot just spoil our relationship because of that. And sometimes what I feel that, see, if like in my, past previous marriage, there was no sons. Here there are two sons. If there are three sons actually. So these three sons, they are all haywire. Two are earning a lot. One is in IT company. One is in, I think, some. I think he's some audit company, some chartered accountancy and audit company. Then they have, I think, one sister. She has more. She is also married, but I think there is also, so children doesn't speak to each other. They don't respect the parents. So very complicated and hodgepodge stuff.
See, we can't do anything about that, isn't it? Can
I
we
feel
do
sad, I just feel sad. What I can do. But when I think that, if I start with this finances, why should I? Am I that accountable? Because see, it's not that I am short on finances. I have limited finances. I also have to plan my future. It's like, and with the kind of expenses we are into, the kind of lifestyle we are wanting. So I'm not saying I'm on a rich class, but average middle class, a bit of a higher one. So you understand what I'm trying to tell you. So I respect. I have never ever quarreled with her parents. I've never ever intended to. Whenever her, like when there are fights at home, I've never ever told her parents. I don't want them to get further hassle that what is happening here, because I just want them to be in peace. So one day, her father was saying something, mother was saying that your daughter's like. I said it's okay. Nobody's perfect. I mean, if you feel so, that's okay. I mean, so this is what.
Just listen to me. See, what happens is, you said she gets involved with her parents' problems, isn't it? Whatever they may be, isn't it? Huh? But see, you must understand her intention to help her parents is very good. No,
Very
she
good.
wants to help them, right?
Yeah,
But she's not able to do so by herself,
correct.
isn't it? She has no one to give support, whatever the reason may be, isn't it? Now, what happens? She's not able to manage everything alone. So
Right.
as a result, she feels helpless. She gets disturbed easily. This means she has very low emotional stability. Okay. See, now if you also get disturbed by her attitude and behavior, then your emotional stability is also very low, brother. Isn't it? So what happens? Both of you are radiating negative energy towards each other. You follow? As a
I have
result,
to,
what happens?
very good point. I never thought that. Yeah.
As a result, atmosphere inside the house is very uncomfortable. Okay. So after some time, you start quarreling. What's the point? See, don't get angry unnecessarily. See, anger arises from expectation, isn't it? You expect her to behave the way you want her to. She expects you to behave the way she wants you to, isn't it, brother? So what can we do? Instead of expectations, just accept her as she is. Now, acceptance means not to be disturbed by her behavior. Understood? Right? Because, see, you will fight, you will stop talking to each other. That means all the more uncomfortable you'll feel, isn't it? She'll also
Right.
feel uncomfortable.
Right.
See, but as you said, you need not support her financially always. But if you allow yourself to be overpowered by her negative emotions, then you also become disturbed, upset, depressed, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes?
Never
So
thought
what
that
can
way.
you do? Just watch her as a detached observer. Just as you watch a film, do you get involved with the characters of the film?
No, no, no.
Do you? So
I mean,
suppose,
I'm just thinking I'm watching one film in front and, on my left, another heroine is sitting with me.
so see, what happens is, see, she's doing her part in her drama, isn't
Correct,
it?
correct.
Right? So just be a detached observer. Then what happens is you will get positive vibration. She will get positive vibrations from you. And gradually she will become stable.
Right.
Follow? But it's very easy to say. You need
Difficult to
practice.
practice. Yeah.
Yes. It's not very difficult. You need practice, isn't it? So how will you start? You just make a note of 4 positive virtues in her. Yes?
Okay.
Now, whenever you think of her, think of those virtues.
Okay.
Right? Whenever she talks with you, think of those virtues in her. So what happens is when our mind is filled with good thoughts, we feel happy. Isn't it? Yes?
So
Yes,
virtues
brother?
like, caring, loving,
Whatever virtues, we all have virtues. Right?
She cooks very good food, ma'am. I mean, she
Then,
cooks wonderful food.
see, actually,
I just love her food. Whatever she cooks is the best in the world.
that means what? We have more virtues than vices. You agree with me?
Right.
Right? But see, we have a habit of looking at each other's vices. That causes problem.
Yeah.
So from today, this very moment, okay, you make a list of all her virtues, right? And then only think of those virtues. What will happen? You will be happy.
Yeah.
Isn't it? When we think good of each other, brother, we feel happy. But when we feel ill of others, we feel unhappy. We get unhappy. So what happens? You will feel happy and you will radiate happiness to everybody around you. Now, she will then receive positive vibrations from you. Correct. She will gradually become stable. Okay? So, brother, every time she gets disturbed, you have 2 options. You know what they are?
One option is to fight back. And another option is to think about the lovely food which she cooked in the morning.
That means what? One option is be disturbed along with her. She gets disturbed, you also get disturbed. The other is be stable, make her stable. Choice is yours, brother. Okay? So if you want to make the second as your choice, that is be stable and make her stable, then you have to shift your focus from expectation to acceptance, right? And when you start accepting her, accepting means what? You don't look at her vices. Okay? You don't get disturbed by what she does, what she says. Then what happens? Tolerance power will increase. and your power to cooperate with her will also increase. No? And sometime back you said, when I asked you, what do your friends say about you? You said you are dependable, helpful, sincere, friendly, isn't it?
Yeah.
So why do you want to change your nature just because someone is disturbed, brother?
Mm.
Do you think it is right?
No.
Isn't it? You have such a good nature, then why do you want to change your nature? Don't change your nature.
Mm.
See, and last of all, I must say, before you go to sleep, write a letter to God. Okay? Narrate to him all your worries. Do you believe in God, brother?
Very much, ma'am.
What is your relation with him then? Tell me. You have any relation with him?
So it's like, God, as what I understand, though I've not seen, like I go to temple actually. So I am a, I pray to Hanumanji. So I do Hanuman Chalisa every day. So God is like, something, I mean, it's like superpower, he knows everything, what needs to be done. And if you do good, he will help you. I know one thing, if you do good, he will help you. If you do bad, and one thing is, we say I'm doing good, but I'm thinking bad. So I know if we do good and think good, I'm not even saying, so he will help me. But if I do something haywire, then he will say, go to hell. I'm not helping you. So this is the relation which I have. So I do my
help us.
Yeah. I mean,
See, we call him what? Parampita Paramatma, isn't it? See, Parampita. Pita means what? Father.
Father. Yeah.
So he's your true father, isn't it?
Mm.
So he will take care of you. And you
Yes.
said he will not help you. He will help you under every circumstance. Every time he will help you. Right? So share with him everything. Take him as your father. Build a strong relation with him and share with him everything. Trust him. Have faith in him. He will guide you. And you will be able to become emotionally stable. Follow, brother?
Okay.
Hmm?
Yeah.
So see, your hypertension, your BP, your overweight is not only because you are not having food at the correct time, but not exercising properly, isn't it? Exercise is very important, right? And apart from exercise, we must do meditation. Why? Because you are in charge of your mind. Meditation makes your mind calm.
Right.
Okay. And if it is possible, brother, as soon as possible, brother, please learn Raj Yoga meditation. You can take your wife also along with you. You can visit any Brahma Kumari center which is near your place, and at the first opportunity, understand? Learn Raj Yoga meditation. This will help you. She will also become calm. She will be stable. You will also be calm. You will also be stable. Okay?
Okay.
So, wish you all the best. And if you have any problem, you're always welcome to consult with me. Okay?
Thank you so
Thank
much.
you very much.
You have really opened my eyes, I mean, I love that part in terms of, as you watch the movie, you watch her and you talked about the relationship. So I never had made that relationship with God. But, I'm understanding your essence, that what you said about, making God as your father. I never thought that way. I was just
But
thinking.
we say he's Parampita.
Yeah,
Isn't it?
Never, I mean, I never thought that way. It's a wonderful thing. And you talked about tolerance. One which you said, because I'm managing a huge team, and I was just thinking, as you said about tolerance and cooperation. So I was thinking that do I become donkey at home? And I'm so cracked that, I mean, actually never thought that way. Trust me. And as you said about Raj Yoga, what you said, meditation at Brahma Kumari. So because I have to see for the time how I'll manage, but in my off day I'll go with my wife. I'll see. But thank you so much. You have really enlightened me, and I'll share you my victory. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you. See you.
Anil Bhaiji, we have finished our session.
Thank you very much, Sister Tulika. Our today's counselor for the topic name as hypertension. This was a demo counseling, and the participant is in a role of counselor, Sister Tulika Dasya, and as a counselor, Vinay Kaiji. So the counselor has come to the counselor stating that he has a problem of blood pressure, and he's also told that his father also had it. Maybe that this can be a hereditary problem also sometimes. And brother has certain habits which he has told to the counselor, which can be probably the cause of the hypertension also. As we all know that hypertension is basically the problem of not having a healthy lifestyle, which can lead to, if blood pressure is not controlled at the right time, many problems leading to the heart disease also. So the earlier, the better if all the precautions are taken, and possibly this will help him to see that like the suggestion suggested that exercise very important and meditation also is required. And also he needs to do some, like you can say that getting up early morning at Amrit Vela, taking some affirmations and going for a walk. So definitely this is a serious problem which every, especially a person who doesn't have a family life out of it is not very happy that it can also increase a problem of a blood pressure. So like he can definitely diet control is very necessary. Like food which can increase the high pressure, like salt should be controlled and should be taken the minimum quantity. Basically, you can say that two things which have been noticed in today's session, that one is family life is the main reason for that, and secondly, like not having a proper diet, and third is like not taking the food at the right time. So if these all precautions are followed, definitely the counselor will be benefited a lot. And in the future also, maybe this problem can be taken control if all the suggestions are followed in totality. But earlier the better, because this blood pressure is a main reason for many other problems which can lead to disaster effect if not controlled in time. So thank you very much, Sister Jyotirpadi, for your very effective and very useful suggestions for controlling the problem of hypertension, which is a serious issue, and at this young age, if it is not taken care of, maybe can lead to a disaster effect. So our session was live today on YouTube as well as Facebook. And also we have a free counseling form which our viewers can fill and send us to us. Our counselor will help to give the best suggestions, and we were also can be contacted on our WhatsApp number 959435758. We also recommend our viewers to like, share, and subscribe our YouTube channels. And also we request our students to visit session again once again so that we can summarize. Om Shanti. Good night to all you. Thank you very much once again to our counselors and co-participants for the night and to all our viewers and well-wishers. Once again, we thanks to all our viewers who have been there with us constantly for the so many months. With this, the session comes to an Om Shanti. Good night. Thank you very much.